Scene script. Have you ever wondered how close a foreign power can get before it's considered an intrusion? Let's take a moment to unravel an unsettling discovery near the Mumbai and Gujarat coast. Over 150 Chinese ships were spotted, hovering just outside of India's current exclusive economic zone, a territory that extends around 200 nautical miles off the coast. This unexpected congregation of Chinese vessels was not a casual gathering of fishing trawlers, mind you. Among these were high-tech survey ships like the Yuan Wang class, capable of tracking objects in space and potentially monitoring satellite, rocket, and missile launches. The presence of such advanced naval machinery so close to Indian shores is not just a maritime concern, but a potential security threat. This is where it gets interesting. These ships were not intruding per se. They were strategically positioned just beyond the 200 nautical mile limit, at the very edge of India's jurisdiction. It's a clever game of chess on the high seas, with each side carefully calculating their next move. This unexpected presence certainly raises a few eyebrows, doesn't it? So, how does a nation respond when faced with such a situation? Let's dive into India's response to this maritime chess game. Recognizing the looming threat, India took its concerns to the global stage, submitting a petition to the United Nations. The plea? An expansion of its exclusive economic zone from 200 to 500 nautical miles. Why this drastic step, you might ask? The answer lies in China's gray zone policy, a nebulous strategy that poses a significant threat to India's economic stability and national security on the west coast. But India didn't stop there. In a clear demonstration of its intent to safeguard its territorial waters, several frontline warships were swiftly deployed. Their mission? To deter any potential movement from the Chinese side. These vessels stand as vigilant sentinels, ready to thwart any unwelcome advances. India's response has been swift and decisive, aimed at safeguarding its interests. As the stakes rise in this maritime chess game, India's moves reflect its commitment to protect its sovereignty and economic interests. But what does this all mean in the grand scheme of things? The situation is more than a mere maritime squabble. It's a chess move in a larger geopolitical game, with India and China as the key players. The tension between these two Asian giants has been escalating, and this recent development only adds fuel to the fire. These naval activities are not happening in a vacuum. They reflect a broader shift in power dynamics in the region, with China flexing its muscles and India asserting its sovereignty. And while these two nations are at the center of the stage, the ripples of their actions are felt far beyond their borders. The United States, a key player in the global arena, is watching these events unfold with a wary eye. The U.S. has vested interests in maintaining stability in the Indo-Pacific region, and any escalation between India and China could disrupt the delicate balance of power. The potential for escalation is real and it's alarming, but it's also important to remember that diplomatic dialogue remains a powerful tool in resolving such issues. It's in the interest of all nations involved to foster open and respectful communication channels. This situation serves as a stark reminder that, in the world of geopolitics, every action has consequences. Every move on the chessboard can tip the scales of power and influence. As we watch this situation unfold, it's clear that the stakes are high, not just for India but for the entire region.